Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant, Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. We talk facts over feelings. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont. In case you didn't notice, you see a new background, new images. I hope you like it. Do you think it's sharp or not? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear feedback because I put a lot of time into this thing. I am a self-taught graphics expert now. Not really, but self-taught, yes, but expert, that's a lot to be desired. But I hope you like it and the new setup. I hope, let me know what your thoughts are on it. For real, for real. Uh, we got to continue this WNBA preview, and we're going to talk about the Dallas Wings in this edition. The Wings, who had 5 draft picks, had the ability to draft Paige Bueckers, have some new players in town. Let's talk about this team and see what we think of them. So here we go. Dallas Wings. They wore this, what, the worst team in the league last year, second to worst team in the league last year. Let's confirm that exactly. I mean, it was either they were worst or second to worst. They were pretty damn bad. I'm pretty sure. I think they were second to worst, and only the wonderful Sparks were worse than them last season. Yeah, they were 9-31, second worst in the league, a game ahead of the LA Sparks. They have a team now that consists of Paige Bueckers, Isaiah James, and JJ Quinterly. Those are the 3 rookies who made their squad. They did cut Madison Scott and they cut Aronette Vonleh. Now, they brought in the offseason, they brought in Dejanay Carrington. They brought in Nalissa Smith. They brought in, those are the 2 of note that they brought into this roster. Of course, they bring back Enrique Agumbawale. They brought in Maisha Hines Allen. They bring back Tierra McCowan. This roster, they brought in Ty Harris from Connecticut last year. So there are a lot of new parts to this roster, but it is obviously a new roster. So with the team that they have, obviously they have a real, I mean, they have a quality big in McCowan, but she's not exactly all that fast. So, you know, will we see them running the floor? Will they have that up tempo pace? Because they did have an up tempo pace last year. They didn't play any defense whatsoever. Let's see. Of course, I'm trying to pull something up on their website and I can't find it. My apologies. So you got Nalissa Smith, Maisha Hines Allen, Kayla Charles, Paige Bueckers, Isaiah James, JJ Quinterly, Tierra McCowan, Louisa Geisel Oder, which is a rookie as well, 6'4" rookie, Maddie Seacrest, Dejanay Carrington, Enrique Ngumbuale, Ty Harris. What do I think of this roster? I think that they could be decent. They could be awful. I really don't know. I mean, they're one that's tough to really look at because people think that Paige Bueckers is going to be better than she really is. Um, she's Is she playing point? Is she playing two? Is she playing combo? Uh, we really don't know until we watch them on the court in real live game action because she didn't play point, as a member of the Yukon Huskies. Will they be better than last year? Yeah. I mean, they're not going to be they're not going to be terrible. I don't see them being terrible. But Dejanay Carrington is not someone that's going to give you a lot of points. She's a defensive-minded player, whereas Nalissa Smith can put up some points for you, but she can't guard a parked car. It's funny. And I mean, as far as I know, they broke up. Those 2 who dated broke up. So I wonder how it's going to be on this roster with them in the same locker room if there's going to be any issues because, that does happen. Now, if I'm a little bit late, I'm behind the tea leaves and maybe they got back together. I'm not sure. If you know that or don't know that, please let me know in the comments because I don't know specifically. I know that they broke up. They were together. They broke up. And who the hell knows what's up with them? So I've got Dallas getting better. I have them finishing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have them finishing ninth. I think they're going to be a better team than they were last year. I think you could look at them and probably see that they could win possibly 18, 20 games, and people will say, "Oh my God, Paige Bueckers," the love of people that can't stand Caitlin Clark will say, "Oh my God, Paige Bueckers, we told you she was gonna do it." Blah 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 blah. You got to remember that last year's Dallas Wings team was injured for a while. Like you got to remember that they were injured all year. They had it was Enrique and other people. Realistically, that's what their roster looked like last year. It was Enrique and a bunch of other folk. I mean, you don't believe me? Let's look at the 2024 Dallas Wings stats. And when you pull up their stats, you look at their team, you got Satu Sabali, who played 15 games. You got Natasha Howard, who missed 13 games. You got Monique Billings, who played in 24 games. You got Maddie Seacrest, who played in 27 games. They got two players, JC Sheldon and Sevgi Uzun, who both played all 40. Kalani Brown played 39. Jalen Brown was on their team last year for a period of time, and she played 14. They're missing two starters for literally. I mean, one starter they missed for more than half the season, another starter they missed for 33% of the season. So you don't know what you could have gotten if you had a healthy team all year. And of course, you have Enrique Gumbawali, who's a massive volume shooter, and shot like trash, 38.3% from the field, despite averaging 22.2 points per game. So that's the thing. They have a new team. I think they're gonna be better. I think there'll be them in Chicago will probably be looking at, around the same record, somewhere between 18, 16, 18, 20 wins. I think that's a good number for both of those teams for that matter. I'm looking at Chicago, Dallas as, and you look at it, 9, 10. I think Dallas is probably a little bit better than Chicago because they got more scoring and a little more talent. They got a little more. They got a lot more talent than Chicago does. But I don't expect a whole lot from Dallas. I think they'll be better. I think Paige Bueckers will probably be blah blah blah, probably end up winning Rookie of the Year, just because, really just because this rookie class realistically is not very good. Um, but yeah, will Dejanay Carrington have some uptick in offense? Well, who knows? I think Nalissa Smith will have an uptick in offense. I think she'll be able to take advantage of the fact that Tierra McGowan is on the other is a real big, and she can make it difficult for people and create double teams. And Smith is decently athletic. I mean, people act like she's not, a large part because of last year, but if she plays hard, and plays with a little effort defensively, that could make a difference for them. But realistically, they're looking at somewhere between 16 and 20 wins. They're a 9 seed maybe. If they get to the 8, that'd be a great accomplishment for that franchise. Um, but somewhere in that range, 16, 18, 20 wins, something like that. Finishing with as a 9 or a 10 seed, more likely a 9. But those are my thoughts on the Dallas Wings. I don't think Paige Bueckers is going to be as good as people think she is. I think you're looking at probably somewhere between 12 and 15 points a game, maybe 4 or 5 assists. She's going to be efficient, I would believe, but she's not going to see anywhere near the type of defense and coverage that, Caitlin Clark saw last season. Those are my thoughts. You let me know what you think. I'd love to hear what you got to say in the comments. Again, let me know what you think about the new setup, the new graphics. I greatly appreciate y'all. And just so you know, those logos on the right hand side, those are all the different properties under Come On Now, the podcast. So whether it's the rants, women's basketball, combat sports, NBA, men's ball, Yankees baseball, Major League Baseball, really, but more heavily Yankees baseball, and then of course football on the bottom. You let me know your thoughts. I appreciate it. Again, this is Rudy's Rant, Her Game, Her Way, women's basketball. Also, if I made a T-shirt for Her Game, Her Way, women's basketball, would you be interested in buying something like that? I'm curious. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think, because my son said he liked that logo, and I made it. So let me know what you think. Appreciate y'all. Come on now.